be a king? Do you want to be a queen? Sitting on the throne, living in...
It's Richard Hart, rumored billionaire and bidet service technician. I'm here to install your bidet, sir.
It's the one and only Eagle Double G.
Here we go. Look at that technology right there. It's gonna wash your butt, and your butt's gonna be clean. Let's get to work. Woo! Ooh, doggy. Wow, this thing actually works great. Well, anyway, Richard Hart here, rumored to be a billionaire, installing a bidet for someone that I love. And, it seems to work just fine. It only cost $100, and well, I don't see any leaks. So, clean butts for everybody.
Do you want to be a king? Do you want to be a queen? Sitting on the throne, living in...
Hey, you guys, it's John here, Crypto Compassion. Welcome to the shit show, episode 31. We got ourselves a banger here. We got the real Mo coming in the house. He's going to be talking a little bit about his crypto story, his introduction into crypto, TITANX, Pulsechain, all that kind of good stuff. Before I pull him up, I'm going to splash a little promo, a teaser of some stuff that I'm working on. We got a cross-chain merch store coming that's going to be, showcasing all things Pulsechain, TITANX, Ethereum, Avalanche, all that kind of good stuff. It's called Crypto X Swag. It's going to be a banger. We're excited to bring it to the community. Just allow people to get cult clothing, right? That's what we do around here. So here's this. All right, let's get these guys up here. There we go. There we go.
Bang,
How are you,
bang,
sir?
boom, boom. It's the real Mo. What's up, baby? Woo! Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you got Vets and Crypto in the house. He's on the back end team with me. He's a good friend of mine. And then you have Rip City, who's also a good friend of mine. We're all out here in the Northwest doing our thing on the West Coast. So excited to have you on, man, and just kind of like hear about your crypto, story. I feel like you've done a great job of interviewing a lot of projects and people and uncovering what makes them tick. I think it's time to see what makes you tick. You know what I mean? Like what? Yeah. I know. Let's figure out what's going on with this guy. Because you poured out a lot into people, and I think it's it's to be very much respected how much time and energy you put into the things that you do. And you have a lot of passion for what you're doing. So that's to be commended. So welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm honored to be here. I think maybe those words are maybe a little too kind for me because I still just feel like, just an average Mo in this whole process. That's kind of what I'm doing, man.
Just a guy.
I'm just a dude, hanging out with some dudes, talking about some stuff that some dudes did. So,
right,
dude.
Oh, love it. Oh man, what a wild ride, huh? This, geez, where do you begin, right? Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, where do we begin? Where do you guys want to? Where do you want to start? Should we talk about where we are right now? You want me to talk about my beginning right off the bat?
Yeah. Let's back it up to, kind of where you cut your teeth and, just kind of show the kids at home, basically how did the Mo get into crypto? And then, obviously I think everyone has these moments where they get usually it's never a smooth ride. I got a couple onboards where it's you onboard them right at the bottom and it's oh gosh, they're in for a treat. You know what I mean? It's but for the most part, most people bump their head, it hurts, they have to learn all that kind of good stuff. So how did the Mo get into it?
If if getting into a successful crypto environment and executing it correctly is like entering a house, then I hit my head on the door on the way in over and over and over. I was like everybody else who ignored crypto until it started popping, right? Yeah. And then I jump in right at the top, and then boom. So that was my experience in crypto for the first 2 cycles.
Okay.
And then last cycle, I did it again, but I actually got into Doge just late enough, but still early enough. I think I got into it at 8 cents.
Okay.
And I had like an effort moment, and I had a lot of discretionary money at the time. And so I threw it all in Doge, and I cashed out like 60 cents. And I was like, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. I got a base now. I could start. And
so was that around the SNL?
I was just gonna say that's right about then.
Were you that guy that got out on the buy the rumor, sell the news on that one?
I don't remember the exact timing of it, but I remember the top happened, it crested over, and then maybe like 6 or 7 cents later, I was like, all right, I'm out. Fuck it. Like, it's because the entire time I was in it, I was like, I don't understand how this is doing this. This is so insane.
Yeah.
And then I think because I have this contrarian view of everything. So whenever anything is going like perfect, I'm like, bro, the bottom's gonna fall out at any moment. And that's what it felt like to me. So as soon as it tipped over, like and also at the time I would have been that guy who was gonna cheat no matter what. But it tipped over, and I was like, okay, I just did a lot of X's on this bag. I'm ready to get into crypto. Yeah. Completely ignoring that the top was still in on everything else. And so I pretty much blew almost that entire bag. It was, in retrospect, one of the most depressing things I've ever done. But you learn from your mistakes,
right.
And I ended up getting connected with a guy who did one of those paid courses, and, kind of like a crypto guru. Everybody kind of frowns on that. But
who'd you use?
Way.
It's open forum. Who'd you use?
I'm not going to say, because he actually doesn't want me to say, because he likes it with a really, really small group.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough.
So it's kind of one of those things where I talked to him maybe for like 3 months on DMs, and at no point did he ever try and sell me on anything. And he just answered questions over and over and over and over, no matter how detailed they were. And so eventually I was like,
nice.
let me get in this guy's group. And he turned me on to Pulsechain after the sacrifices, and right before the SEC stuff hit. And so I was getting into the group, the SEC stuff hit, I sort of looked at the chart, looked at what it was doing, started understanding cycles, because that's what he was really preaching, was the cycles part of it, and what happens as you move in and out of the years, and what Pulsechain was set up to do for the next cycle, and what Hex could do possibly on its second cycle. And so I looked at those charts, and I was like, all right, let's go in. And right after the SEC hit, I went really hard into Pulsechain, and I had that kind of like that moment where you're like, oh, I entered in right at the bottom. And so for the last year, I've been super excited, but also knowing that I never got in the beginning. I didn't get to do that Hex pump. Will Pulse do the pump? I don't know. I'm excited that I'm in after the SEC bottom, because to me, I didn't think it was going to go any lower after that. But I was still kind of like, I've still missed the boat on everything, and I'm in Pulsechain, so I'm excited, but I don't know where it's going to go. And that was my sort of general feeling. And so I was excited about where I was. I've never really hit it that big, except for Doge, and then I lost it all. And like I said, I'm a contrarian.
Should have kept your Doge.
I know. I should have kept my Doge.
Thanks, AJ. Yeah, you should have kept.
Well, no, technically.
Oh, for right now, nobody kept their Doge for right now. What's happening?
Well, hang on. What's the price of it? Because I think I still sold higher than it is right now.
Isn't it in the 30s? 30 cents?
Exactly.
Yeah, I sold higher. I did fine. I still did fine.
Yeah, he sold at 60 cents. I don't know where you were, AJ, but yeah, 60.
Yeah,
Probably
it was like right around, it tipped over, It might have been right below 60, but it was very good timing. But anyway, but I lost it all. So like that great decision was then compounded by then, buying 100 shit coins and having them just go to the bottom because I don't understand cycles and I'm buying the top. And then also, what did I do? I cheated out of all of them at the absolute bottom because I didn't understand anything. Like I just, and a couple of those would have made my bags back, actually turns out, but I don't have them. Missed out. So, my beginning was like everybody else's. Well, not everybody else's, but lots of people's. Very painful. And the lessons you learn cost a lot of money. So I got into Pulsechain. I was in Pulsechain. I was super excited about where it was going. But again, I hadn't hit anything. I'd never done a great decision and been proud of it, put it that way. And all of a sudden, my Twitter was blowing up about some guy that wasn't launching on Pulsechain. And it was just nonstop negative. Like no one was sticking up for this guy. Every single person was like, screw this guy. He's not launching on Pulsechain. Forget it. F him. It's a scam. He's going to rug everybody. And it was Jake Sharp and it was TITANX. And so I had this thing where I was like, I don't literally hear anybody saying anything else. Let me look at the white paper. And then like a lot of people, you look at the white paper. And for me, it was like, oh boy, this, I can't tell you how many white papers I'd read up until that point. It's like 10 pages of, what did I just read? Is there, like, you just gave me so much nothingness that and now I hear people describe it like if you can't describe your project in a handful of bullet points, it's way too complicated and it's probably going to fail. And if I'd known that before, that would have saved me a lot of money. But I looked at Jake's white paper on TITANX and it looked like, man, this guy's trying to use math and time to really make a bull market winner. Everybody's against this. Fuck it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to be in my first day one. And I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm going to document it because I'm like every other idiot that gets into crypto and makes bad decisions. So maybe someone can watch this and they can make better decisions that I make, or they can learn or whatever. And so that was my intention from day one, was just, I'm going to document this. And then I think it was like day 6 or day 7. I think Smooth and Crypto Kindness, Joe Perry's, maybe one other were the only people doing videos. And most of Twitter was, what's going to happen on the 8-day payout? Is he going to rug it? He's going to take the money. He's going to rug it. And so I was like, well, fuck it. I bought a little on market. I did a short miner and then I staked it. And I was like, let's see. And so I made a video. And that was I think my very first video was like, hey, the 8-day payout's coming up tomorrow. And then what's up, man? And then,
I think I remember that video. You were in the car with your dog.
Yeah, it's a terrible video.
Dude, those are great videos. we missed the puppy, man.
We missed the puppy, huh?
She doesn't like hanging out in the studio that I have now. Like, she's not about it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a second camera. I'll stick it on her. I got a whole bed for her. Nope. She's in the living room.
Worn out.
Wow.
Needs a break. Take him for a walk.
Yeah, she's like, we're not going for a walk.
Better.
Fuck you, dude.
There's nothing better to clear one's head than walking the dog. I always used to say that all the time. As we get into this bull, like people lose their shit and get stressed out and care what people behind a PFP say and down in their mom's basement, and like, go walk the dog, man. Like, go outside, take a break, disconnect, like clear your head, reset. You got to do the things, keep your mentally fit, right? It's a lot.
Right. And if you don't have a dog, just go out and pretend you do.
I've seen people walk
an imaginary leash.
Like, who the fuck walks a cat? Like, what the hell is that? Hey, dude, I don't know, man.
Bro, they have a cat here, and I was like, maybe I could walk the cat too.
Yeah. They don't listen that
I
well.
never tried. I've only seen Instagram videos. Yeah. Not happening. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but they just stop.
Yeah, they're just like
dead motion.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not going anywhere. You're like, what? Are you?
Like,
we're outside.
You gotta go.
You want to come outside, but all right. Yeah.
So you get into TITANX. Do you start staking? What I mean, are you on the stake train, or are you looking like, hey, I'm getting some yield in ETH all of a sudden? I mean,
I did everything because I right away I knew what I liked, but I also knew that I'm starting now. I feel like that was where I was starting to understand the idea of like, okay, game theory is really big here. There's a lot of different assets or a lot of different avenues to go down. And depending on what people choose, that's going to open up different avenues. So I had this kind of realization right away where it was like, I could choose, staking right away and it could not work out. I could do long-term staking and that could not work out. I could do short-term mining and that could not work out. I could do long-term mining and only that and not work out. So I was like, I don't want to pick one strategy. So I did short, medium, long. I staked short, medium, long. And then I just kept watching. And as I watched the adoption flow into certain areas, then I understood that a lot of people were going long. Yeah. And so I had a decent amount of longs, but then I started actually making short and mediums and compounding them over and over and over.
Beautiful.
And so I went through like 5 cycles of, less than 1 month miners.
Okay.
And like 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, just over and over and over. And if it came out at a 3x, then I would make 3 more miners. I didn't take any of the costs back out.
Okay.
And I was like, this is genius. And then, we went, and I was like, oh, I don't know about this. I probably should have taken some cost out. But, now where I am, the bag, that I will have eventually, because I still have miners coming out. I think I have like 20 more miners coming out in the next 2 weeks.
There you go.
And then that'll be it.
Good for you.
But between that and then the TITANX that I did have earlier that I realized I'm gonna screw this up. I'm gonna go into this, I'm gonna go into that, and I'm gonna So I restaked a lot of my TITANX. But so when you asked me about the staking, early on, I did a little bit of staking in a sort of a small amount, and I kind of did a quick ROI, but saw that it got diluted pretty quickly. But then, a month and a half later, this moment happened where we were getting close-ish to the 88-day payout.
Right.
And the 8 days were starting to fill up a lot more. And so then I did this run on the numbers where I was like, okay, I think if I stake it like an F ton, I could probably ROI maybe 2 8-day payouts after this 88. And so I did a gamble, and I looked at where things were going, and I was like, okay, I'm going to make a bet, and I'm going to make a bunch of, I think it was 14-day miners, maybe it was 17-day miners, because we had this giant push again and a big bump up, and I saw that adoption, and I was like, I think this is going to sustain for at least 2 or 3 weeks. And so I did, and I like 3 or 4x those miners.
Nice.
And so I don't even remember what the figures were, but like maybe it was like 5,000 in miners that I made, and then they came out at like 20,000, and then that 20,000, I staked it all.
Okay.
And I almost ROI'd it, and then TITANX came out. Boom! And I was like,
so bitch.
Gotcha, bitch. Missed it. But then actually, honestly, I've ROI'd off the day 369. So I ended up, so it's all completely paid for. If mining does pick up, from, ever in the future, that'll be free money. Maybe I burn those stakes for Shogun. I might not, because they're not really that substantial. But they serve their purpose, and I didn't really do anything that I'm not really unhappy about, because again, I don't look at it as like I staked 20,000 worth of TITANX. It was $5,000 that I took and made that big bet on.
Right.
Well, I definitely ROI'd my 5,000 back.
Right.
It took me an entire year to ROI the 20,000 back, but
you doing anything with Hydra?
Yes, I did quite a bit with Hydra. I still have right now. The only thing I have is I have some 88s.
Okay.
And they are maybe a third of the way done. Yeah. So I did the same thing with Hydra. I did a short, medium, and long, and then watched the adoption get into it, and then I played a couple more, and then I made my last 88 a couple weeks ago.
Right. Now because DragonX came into the TITANX staking and diluted it. Like I know, like initially I was like, yeah, this is great. I'll have a endless Ethereum drip, and all that. Right. And then, kind of it got diluted with DragonX. We don't know. And I don't think he planned. Did he burn it? Where is that aspect of DragonX and the staking? And I mean, is there plans? Does Eric, I don't know. We should have asked him. Maybe that's like, is he going to pull some of it? Well, yeah. Did he pull any of them? Are they all? How far out are the DragonX stakes and TITANX staking? Are they a year? Are they long?
They're all max.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think they're perpetual.
DragonX is max staked into TITANX, and so they just got the 369 payout, which was like 2-point-something million. Right. And as far as I know, he hasn't touched it. The buy and burn's off, and he's saving it for right now.
Okay. I believe you're right.
Well, the lower it goes, the more it's going to burn.
That, and I think for me, like I hadn't thought about it, and I was like, well, why would you use the buy and burn right now if you're about to have another project or two launched on DragonX?
Yeah,
that's like did you see Volt's tweet where Viper is like the number 2 or 3 holder now of DragonX? Like,
silly. Oh, that's crazy.
Viper's one of the biggest holders of DragonX, period. So launch another couple projects, you get another couple protocols owning a significant amount of DragonX. Now that's not off the market, that could just about do the same effect as that buy and burn, but now you still have it in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That was my idea.
And then you got like a couple of them building on top of Hydra. Oh man. So I don't know.
I think people are fading Dragon a little bit, and I think Eric's got a little competition, but he is. I'm in Eric's mastermind, the guild, and he's got big plans. So anyone who's like losing focus, that's going to change.
Yeah, don't get flooded, more or less.
Do you want to talk about the last couple of weeks?
Yeah.
What do you think that's been? Do you think it's staking unlocks? Do you think it's just whales?
Oh, I think it's the simplicity of people had intentions of taking getting profits and taking profits and bringing them back over to Pulsechain. There's been some of that. For a lot of people, that was the ultimate goal. So everyone bitches and whines about everything. Like, fuck, it's the market. It's your money. No one's paying your fucking bills. You do you. Live your life. Do whatever the fuck you want, man. Like, who cares? You're diluting it. You're vampire. Like, god damn. Like, go live your life. Do what you want to do. It's the market, baby. But everyone's doing their own thing to cross market and to get our name Pulsechain out there. Like, when a lot of people are Pulsechans, Hexicans.
I'd say 80%.
So we got to get the cross marketing and adoption out there, but you got to step outside of the ecosystem, the outside of the echo chamber, and play a little. You got to show some interest in other people's communities and this and that, and befriend them and have conversations, show interest, and then maybe a conversation organically can evolve. Like, hey, have you heard about this? Or, maybe this project or that project might cross over. Like you're over on Ethereum, and then you have Pulsar. Well, maybe that Pulsar conversation might lead into Pulsechain and what they're doing on the back end. I mean, it all comes together, but don't be so narrow-minded, people. Like, broaden, open your horizons. It's a big world out there. If you go and sit in other community spaces out there, they are vibrant, alive, active, just making money, man, just doing the things. So like sometimes Pulsechans are too smart for their own good. Everyone's looking at the fucking blockchain, nitpicking, calling people out, this and that. Like, go do you. Like, who gives a shit? Like, so anyways, that's my rant.
No, I mean, I get it. I'm a ride or die Pulsechain, right? I'll be here until the wheels fall off. But I hear Mo's like, I don't know about Pulsechain. Dude, You belong to the community that has the greatest blockchain on earth that nobody fucking knows about, right?
I'm telling you how I felt before.
Yeah.
That was how I felt. That was how I felt before I got into TITANX when I was
early
getting into Pulsechain.
Yeah,
no,
you couldn't be in a better place. Okay, good.
I'm all in Pulsechain.
Well, I hope
so. Pulsechain first. I'm like everybody in TITANX.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Most of us in TITANX, a large majority of us came from Pulsechain.
Yes.
Like when
I would say 80% of people in TITANX.
I talk about Pulsechain in the same conversation.
Yes.
Like, even Zenians came over, like all that. But even a lot of Zenians are fucking Pulsechain Hexagon people too.
And and you have like you're either on one side or the other side. You're either totally against it or you're all for it. And I think 80% of the people in TITANX are Pulsechans. And look, my belief is that we needed something. We needed some sort of positive energy in our community to happen. And I think TITANX was it. And all of us, have a feeling that a lot of that energy is going to come back. And when Pulse gets running, everything's going to be fine. So I think everyone just needs to chill, just spread the love. Remember where you came from. Remember who got us here. Thank you, Richard Hart. And we're all in a good place right now with everything aligning, the stars, the government, everything is going our way, man.
Let me just say this also. I think that previous cycles, it was always hodl. Yep. And maxi until you die. You can be a maxi, but to me, being a maxi, a smart maxi is a maxi that promotes the thing that he likes the most. 100%. This is my thing. I am a Pulsechain guy. I'm a TITANX guy. That's what I am. But where in the world and when in life has adapting not been the way to go? Right. If you see an opportunity, you go after it. It doesn't mean because I'm in love with Pulsechain and Pulsechain is my favorite thing that I'm not going to keep my eyes open to an opportunity. Exactly. Like being a human, the reason why humans are where we are is because we've adapted. We're not cavemen anymore. We adapted. We keep getting back. So why would you not take an opportunity if you see one? Definitely still be a backseat. Love your thing, but the idea of just like ignoring things that are opportunities just because I'm going to have the blinders on for my thing seems wild to me. And it's, I think maybe it's just a facet of the or a byproduct of maybe the bear market. Yeah, when things get so bad, you pull in and it's a big defensive perimeter and you don't let anybody else in and you fire your shots at everybody. But we're not in the bear market anymore.
But a couple things have saved us, and it's twofold, right? Like it's a double-edged sword because like if I would have been holding Hex liquid, things would have even been better. But my shit was 100% staked. And I watched my fucking value go up. I was like that fucking commercial, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. But, so it goes. But either way, those T-shares have kept churning and burning and earning, and all that good stuff. But the RH though, even Jake has learned a lot from RH and from Zen and has made this thing, like all these things, grassroots, we can tip our hat and nod to RH and people, and that's the growth and that's the beauty of it, is learning and growing and building and expanding upon it. It's a good thing. But
and here's another thing is if we had the economic energy here, if everything was going the way we all had planned, Jake would have built here. But the money 100%. Wasn't here. And absolutely, I believe. And there's already smart people bridging over TITANX assets onto Pulsechain already. So, this is not the end of the story, man. We still haven't got to where we need to be, where we can get the money coming on chain. And maybe that thing just moves right over. Right?
Yeah. And to that point, I see that TITANX is going omni-chain here soon, right? Looks like, what was it? X28 is doing something where. Yeah, it's doing something real unique where I was kind of watching some videos on that. And then, shout out to Morpheus and the team. That's kind of like a bunch of dudes that were kind of always pounding the drum, Hex, Pulsechain, Rags and
shout out to Rags.
Shout out to Rags and Face and Reality and Vibra.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
I kind of think about some cryptos as far as like, we always think about it like it's my land or no land. And real estate is beautiful in Dubai and it's beautiful in Vegas. You know what I mean? And so there's like different areas in which you can invest. And it's not like you're just like, you're poo-pooing your freaking like real estate investments in Dubai because all of a sudden you like Vegas. You know what I mean? So TITANX is going to do its thing. And it's going omni, it's going to go cross chain here pretty soon, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for everything. Look, I mean, Pulsechain's going to pump. I mean, if you're still in this world where you think that Pulsechain isn't going anywhere, now that a certain person has won the presidency, and we know that a certain person is not going to be running the SEC,
Trump won. Trump won.
Hey, you can say his name now.
Yeah, you're not going to get banned. Well, 3-letter agency
is not going to be the head of the SEC. I'd be shocked if it goes that far before they drop the case. I mean, personally, from everything that I read, from everything you hear about that case, I mean, that judge, Department of Government Efficiency.
I mean, we got Elon Musk in there. I mean,
oh my God, dude.
The stars are aligning. You know what I mean?
Like, it is clear skies, fellas. It's nothing but blue skies and good times ahead of us. Let's fucking go. All right.
Super cycle indeed, man. Whether it's meme coins or what have you.
Bitcoin's doing things.
Hey, I heard something. I've been watching this this news channel. I tweeted about it yesterday. I just found this like killer news channel that I never knew. I forget what it's called, but anyway, no, I'll have to get back to you on that. But anyway, they were talking about our 250th year anniversary. Like President Trump is going to be president on that anniversary.
Centennial celebration.
Yeah,
world like a world.
The Republicans have it, man. Yeah. That is epic.
Yeah. And that's great. Man. Like, how about America first? Take care of the homeland. Apply some common sense. They're going to even do better than the original. For every new regulation, we delete 2. Like government official Dodge is going to do even better than that. They're going to cut a lot of fat and a lot of redundancy and streamline shit. And
it's him and Vivek. Oh my God.
They're going to cut, and he's such a constitutionalist, man. Like he's very well spoken, a believer in that piece of paper that so much of that other people want to delete and ignore like it never fucking existed. But hell no, man, we're not erasing history. Good, bad, the ugly. We learn from it, we forge, and we move forward, You don't hide from previous mistakes in history, man. You learn from it and you move forward.
Dude, absolutely. You could tell by his cabinet that he's putting together. You got Matt Gaetz in there now for GA. Oh my God, dude, he is killing it. He is killing it.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi, badass, right?
Did you see the meme that they did on that where it's like, hey, they put me on the terror watch list because I'm supporting you. Oh, do you want to be in charge of all those people now?
Yeah.
Full fucking circle, baby. Karma's a bitch. Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
That's going to be exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah. I mean, we could go on and on about all that shit.
Just to let everyone know, too, anyone watching the replay gang, it's down in the description. Moe's YouTube channel, his Twitter X, all that kind of good stuff. Check them out. Tune into them. All that kind of good stuff. Obviously, here on the we've been changing up the S's on our stuff because we've been getting those YouTube things. I think that's why you tipped me off today, Vetch, was like, hey, let's switch it up from the shit show to have the S in there. But yeah, the shit show, hey, we're Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be talking crypto, Pulsechain, TITANX, SolidX, all that kind of good stuff. We're a big believer. We're a big believer in SolidX and what they're doing.
Freedom of speech, freedom of movement, like we're the handcuffs are off, man. Like we're talking to people across chain, other chains, whatever. We want to hear, that's how it's a two-way street, Get outside your echo chamber, people. Wake the fuck up.
And here's the other thing is that why I love this platform and the format that we're doing is we're bringing like founders on that have never been seen before. We're putting them on camera. We're getting to spend an hour with them, getting to know them, face to face, finding out their integrity, getting to look them in the eye and have the community see the honesty and And integrity is what I feel that we're learning about people, about who they really are, where they came from, where they want to go, and what they want to do for our community. And this is just our community. I mean, we're really just getting rolling with the shit show. And wait till we bring people cross chain and get to introduce them to exactly what the revolution that we belong to. It's going to be it's a great journey that we're on. I love it. I'm grateful to be here. Mo, the myth, the legend. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. You're doing a great job, and thank you for all you do. Yeah.
I know next week we got a stacked deck as far as the entire week's booked, of course, but the one show in particular, we got a rapper coming on from Ethereum and his NFTs that does rap, music, and his name's Nessie. So we're going to be hitting that with that. He's a brother from Chicago, and it's something Yep. So it's just, it's reaching out. It's capturing the culture. We need to be culture warriors out here. So we're just going to be culture warriors and just, hit it hard with, as long as it's not a scam, as long as it's bringing adoption to crypto and getting people out of the government institutions and in all the corporate entities and into DeFi. This is the movement.
It's the next best thing we can do, short of like what we were doing, was going to in real life meetups, right?
Yeah.
All the different conferences and this and that, local and Vegas and whatnot, cruises, this and that. That wasn't that other opportunity to like look somebody in the eye, founder wise, and et cetera, and be like, hey, pitch me your project, let me hear it, et cetera. So this is kind of like the next best thing you can do, right? Everything has its place. Like I said, everyone's doing their own thing for Pulsechain and whatnot in their own way, whether it works out, whether somebody's nailing it or not, whatever. But at least if if you don't try, you're going to miss 1,000 shots that you don't take, right? Period. So you got to stick it out there, try it, see what works. Even a shout out to fucking B Roots and Ian Shill Tank, man. That is on its own is a great platform to hear other projects, get introduced. They're always dropping seeds and introducing, Pulsechain and getting the name out there and into people's heads and whatnot. Yep. Whether you like it or not, that's effective marketing as well, and it works. Yep. Period.
And he'll come around. He'll be like, "Oh shit, I was wrong on TITANX." Because I've seen him, cry about it. Be like, wait. Hey, TITANX is going to do its thing, right? Hey, AJ, I'm going to tee up this little video. Let's get some full screens on these ones. But this is that video you made for the Mo.
Yeah.
And then I know.
Full screen.
And then I'm gonna pump the video that we just had come from our brother Mo, who does awesome video promos.
Our other Mo.
We have another Mo who cooks up awesome videos. He made us a video for SolidX, so I'm going to show that one real quick too.
Hoorah.
In the land of Pooie, where the tokens play, get your heart's the king, leading the way. Install the birthday, golden and grand, for his dear mom in this magical land. King Pooie, where memes and defy me. Flush your doubts away, feel the crypto beat. In Pooie land, where laughter's the key. Join the kingdom now, come and see. Tokens down the drain, not lost but found. In the kingdom of Pooie, where riches are found. Richard Hart reigns with a scepter so bright, turning waste into wealth with all his might. King Pooie, where memes and defy me. Flush your doubts away, feel the crypto beat.
Bam, I'm back. Hey, I'll show that video of SolidX and I'll bring everyone else back up. Here's that one.
Get ready for liftoff. Tired of tokens that go nowhere? Looking for a solid investment with real potential? Introducing SolidX, the store of value token on Pulsechain with a fixed supply of just 21 million tokens. Designed for long-term growth, SolidX is built on the same principles as Bitcoin. SolidX is backed by Firewhale, a crypto titan who was ranked number 8 on the Pulsechain sacrifice list and is the second largest holder of Ink token in the world. And that's not all. SolidX offers multiple use cases, including exciting yield farming opportunities. Get ready for the SolidX Casino, a cross-chain casino game where a portion of the revenue is used to buy and burn both SolidX and INC tokens. This deflationary mechanism makes SolidX and INC tokens even more scarce. Don't miss out. The future of finance is here. Find out more by visiting solidx.win today.
So I've been trying to think about how can we put liquidity farms of like TITANX, like SolidX together. All these because hey, AJ, can you mute yourself? Thank you.
I took care of it.
All right, thank you. Because when you think about some of these things, you got TITANX who has a war chest ready to pump Ethereum. You have Sack Daddy with Pulsechain ready to pump Pulsechain. You have SolidX who has INC and this game coming out who's going to pump SolidX. If you could kind of morph these things together as like these like pools that are just going to like, I don't know. I just want some mad scientists to put it together and cook it together and get us some massive yield. Or
it's coming.
It's coming, dude. You know what I mean?
There are people cooking in the kitchen.
They are, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Pulsar's doing its thing.
I know. Don't pay Pulsar.
It should,
same with them.
Start to get cranking here pretty soon, and I'm very excited for TITANX getting onto the Pulsechain side.
The thing with Pulsar, is it's like it has TITANX, war chest behind it, obviously, and then you also have what could happen with the Ethereum, whether it happens or not, with Sack Daddy. So Pulsar could be like this crazy thing. I have no clue what's going to happen with it, but if it works out, it could be good for TITANX.
I heard an interesting scenario where it was like, imagine with Omnichain and all the projects on X28, just on Ethereum alone, X28 goes Omnichain, people start building on X28 and on other chains. They have to get the X28 from the Ethereum. They get to get the TITANX to make that X28. There could be this world where there's more TITANX on Pulsechain than there is on Ethereum.
So true.
Because of Pulsar.
Yep.
1 billion. Let's look at the reality of things. Fucking Ethereum Gwei is stupid and retarded again, right?
I paid $20 for a transfer.
Yeah.
Because I had something in a soft wallet, and I was like, "Oh, why is it here? That's a lot. It'd be in this. No, let's move it to a $20, $20 Like,
yeah. So that is that thing of like people waking the fuck up and saying, "Hey, I can go play on pennies on the dollar, if even a penny, to do the things that I can do same thing over here, just as equally, without and you can invest more, like people coming in with $100 by the time they do the things, get from the bank account to a SEX, a central exchange, to bridging over, and now you're here, and then you want to go buy it. You're going to have more money to keep in your pocket by, doing your business on Pulsechain than Ethereum. Plain and simple. So that begs the question of, is TITANX a bear market play versus a bull run play? Is it a little bit of both? I mean, it's too early to tell how it's all going to play out. Maybe either way, there might be a little bit of both. Maybe it's a play on when Gwei is cheap on Sundays, people are over there. When it's time will tell how that plays out. But
it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun to watch all this.
A lot of game theory, you can play with it. You got options. Hello, you got options. How about that? That's the beauty of it. And it's your money, so you do what you want to do. Hey, it's an amazing thing.
Just thinking about the fees right now. I mean, last year with how much I was on Pulsechain, I mean, thousands of transactions.
Yeah.
How much would that cost you if that was on Ethereum? Like, you'd never be able to do that. You'd be like, I got 10 transactions for that same price. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. No, we're already at that point where I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore on Ethereum. This is ridiculous. I hate these fees. You knew it was coming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just think about TITANX pooled up with, you know, in liquidity pools with Pulsechain, and then Pulsechain rips. It's just going to drag up the price of TITANX. Just saying, like, you know, you're not gonna get a drag up of 100x on Ethereum from Ethereum pumping. I mean, if you know what I mean, you're not gonna probably even get that from Avalanche or just
Oh, I mean, you could do more X's here. Like you're gonna, you know, like okay, everyone wants to get into Bitcoin and Ethereum, the thing that's already done the X's. Well, you're not early on those. Like it's all about being early, right? So hello. You know, it's one of those things you try to tell your family and your friends, right? And they're like, "Oh, you're crazy," blah blah blah. And you know, okay, let me prove you wrong. You know,
and the exciting thing that a lot of people keep missing is whenever Pulsar is going to be, you know, valued differently from TITANX, that is a crazy arbitrage that starts happening that just burns more TITANX away. Like, like if you were in gift tech and you ran arbitrage, I can't tell you how many hundreds of times a day I would be running these arbitrage plays, just stacking up. And I was basically splitting it because whatever profit I would get, I wouldn't take half of it. And I would just stack up more GIF, but then I would get a little bit of profit every time.
Right.
And as long as it was there and I could make it, I would do it. And I wasn't even degen status and I was doing it. So imagine.
Right. And those guys are cooking, you know, they're not done. Gifford Ware, you know, like it always sucks seeing your shit in your wallet, not doing anything. And, you know, like we always want utility.
This is crypto. It's got to be a long-term mindset.
Yeah.
Somehow in the last like 8 months, it's gone back to this like, oh, it didn't pump in 2 months. I'm out. And you're like,
yeah.
Have you been here for any cycles at all? Like, you know, you got to hold this stuff by now. Like, come on.
But so the other point earlier I was going to make about staking and whatnot is a lot of us were saved from 3 Arrows Capital, FTX, you know, all those that went belly up that last bear cycle. A lot of those, you know, and a lot of people got wrecked. A handful of people committed fucking suicide, unfortunately, over it. You know, that was a really fucking sad state of affairs. But again, going back to RH, preaching the truth out there, not your crypto, not your keys, not your crypto, right? So all those things, all those little things, don't pick up pennies in front of freight trains, all that stuff for like security, blah, 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 hardware wallet, you know, like just all those things came to fruition, did save a lot of people. You know, you may not have gotten out of the bull being a millionaire or something, but your shit was still intact and you didn't lose it due to nefarious actors or, you know, you're going to get 80%, you know, return. Give us your tokens. We'll hold your tokens and we're going to pay you a yield. You know, like what the fuck, dude? No way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's where what I really like about like PTGC is you get to see the shit stays in your wallet. You know, you can go and you can stake it, but it stays in your wallet. It's not, you're not giving it up. It's still self-custody. And that is DeFi, self-custody, bottom line, whatever protocol you like or what have you. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, that's what really attracted me to everything was the, you know, own your own keys, you own your own crypto, get them out of these centralized, you know, exchanges.
Oh, 100%. And treat a centralized exchange like a bathroom. You get in, you get out, you know, and don't ACH your shit, man. Like you want your shit locked up for days, wire transfer. It doesn't matter the freaking amount. Pay the $25. You know, I know it's hard if you're $100 person, but you're going to maybe lose an opportunity as well because it's tied up for 3 to 5 days waiting to go from your bank to your sex via ACH. You know, there's newer on-ramps coming for Pulsechain, etc. But still, do a wire transfer, a couple hours it's there, transfer it to your self-custodial wallet, you know, all that good stuff.
I get flagged on my transfers back in as when I'm trying to bridge, you know, back into my bank. They fucking halt me every time where they're like, "You made money? Nah, we don't think that's real."
Yeah, you can't do that.
Put a halt on this. We need to check this shit. You don't usually do well.
We got a live one. We got one of those crypto guys.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's cheating. Something happened.
But so to that point, like I was just talking about another group, like Old Glory, the bank, Old Glory. There's more and more going to be coming online that are crypto friendly, what have you. So people start thinking about that off ramp. You got to think about your off ramp strategy if you want to. Who knows if hopefully, obviously, the incoming president is all about crypto. He's already putting out there no capital gains for crypto because we need to bring that money from offshore back to CONUS, continental United States. And that is one avenue, just like he did with manufacturing back in his last presidency, his last term and whatnot. But still, that's capital gains. But nonetheless, if that revenue comes in and it bumps you to a higher tax bracket, you're still on the hook for those taxes no matter what. So, you got to look at your options. Maybe create an LLC. When you go in, it's for you're buying homes, you're flipping homes. Okay. Make up a fictitious name of the business. Don't name it a crypto thing. Just whatever it is. Investments. Whatever, they're going to ask you a gauntlet of questions and do the thing and set that up, but we're going to have more on that. There's more information and knowledge to come on that subject.
Awesome. That's definitely needed as more and more people start coming into Pulsechain, is a cleaner off ramp.
Oh yeah, it's coming. We're all building. That's what I love about this space, is just meeting builders building, people trying to push the cause of crypto forward, and iron sharpens iron, you know what I mean? And that's what we're here doing. So
hey, real quick, everybody, please hit the subscribe to all these characters, especially the MOE. I know majority of people are here from MOE's channel, so thank you and we appreciate it. We're just doing our part, trying to spread some knowledge around the cryptoverse, so that's what it's all about.
Don't be humble. What you guys are doing is really awesome. This is what's needed most in crypto right now, is bridging out to other communities and extending that hand and an invitation to work together. We're all in crypto. Yeah, it's peer-to-peer, but like we're all here for the same dream, and there's no reason that we can't work towards that same goal. And doing it now before the bull run really gets going, like this is the absolute time. So what you guys are doing is awesome, because not a lot of people are doing it. You don't see a lot of, protocols or projects reaching across chain to go talk to other people just to talk, just to make the connections. So it's awesome to see what you guys are doing. And I love how many episodes is this now?
31. Yeah.
31. That's legit. Like
we just
amazing.
Started.
Yeah, we just
shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys, because you just started, but you already have a niche going, and it's awesome. Because I watch this almost every week, every day that I can. I love it. Most of the time I'm on headphones and I'm like in the kitchen, so I'm not like on the chat.
Right. Oh, it's great background banter noise. But
I love it. Yeah. No, what you guys are doing is awesome. Keep doing it. And anyone who's on my channel, who if this is your first exposure to these guys, please check them out. Please follow them. Please watch this. The amount of information you're going to get, the amount of random alpha you're going to get, which is my favorite part of streams.
Right.
Bro, you got to watch these guys. You got to follow these guys. And if you want to learn about Pulsechain because you're just in TITANX and you didn't come from Pulsechain, this is definitely a crew to watch and to learn from. So please check them out.
Yeah, so next Monday we have the Pulsechain coming on. They're like a token factory that helps people produce their tokens, and they're on Pulsechain, so it's called the Pulsechain. And we're going to have their team come on and talk about their project. And then we got this guy by the name of Zenith. He has a platform called the DGen Roundtable. They have a YouTube channel. We're just going to, chop it up, iron sharpens iron. And then we got a guy by the name Brizology coming on. Biz with Briz there. Briz is
Briz.
He's been in the crypto space for a long time. He was an early adopter to Bitcoin, then fell into hacks, all that kind of good stuff. So he's coming on Wednesday. And then we got a rapper by the name of Nessie coming on Thursday. Going to be talking about his rap NFTs and all that kind of good stuff that he's doing on Ethereum. We are reeling him in to come over to Pulsechain and drop his NFTs over on Pulsechain, just to kind of capture the culture, because A lot of the stuff that we're doing with our projects as far as King Pooie and to becoming Queen Pooie is just capturing the culture. You know what I mean? We're going to have crypto merch, cross chain, all that kind of good stuff. So this channel is really just kind of prop up other people. And then, you know, people are going to find out what we're all about and what we're doing and how we're cooking. So what do we got here? I got nice. There you go.
It's about community. It's about family. Just meeting and going to dinner with SJ the other night. There's people around us and they're like, are you guys related? And I'm like, you know what? No, but yes, we're family, right? And it just felt really good. You can't even describe the feeling when you get around people that have the same purpose, cause, and belief, the mission. Basically the feeling that you get when you're surrounded by people who have the same values, and it feels good, man. It feels really good. And thank you, Mo. Thank you for everything you do, and thank you for the kind words.
That's our mission. We're going to the moon, fellas.
We're going to the moon.
Let's hoorah!
Hey, so we were going to give an outro of the Solid X Vetch, but I'm going to hit them with. I want to give the TITANX community the teaser of the In Life Real meetups. We obviously have a video of us getting down in Vegas. Obviously, we have a Queen Pooie contract coming out that's going to be pretty sexy. Not just because it's Queen Pooie, but because of the tokenomics. And so we've always wanted to shout out the queens of crypto. And this is us partying in Vegas. This video is as an outro. So this is something for the TITANX community to get excited about. Obviously, the 1 year anniversary just came out. Just think of what the 2 years is going to be like for all of us, you know, as far as TITANX coming together in life, real meetups and getting down. Yeah. no man D. With that being said, I appreciate everyone coming on the show today. We'll be back next Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Mo, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Anytime. You're welcome anytime.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone, for tuning into the shit show. We will, like I said, be back on Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here's a fun video of the women of crypto getting down, us getting down in Vegas, partying, crypto coming together, having a good time. Peace.
Crypto queens, yeah, we rising to the top. Richard Hart, Pulsechain will never stop. Self-improvement, wealth, we're breaking the mold. Queens of the kingdom, watch us unfold. But imagine counting millions moving fast. Charlie 2020, turning art into crypto cash. Man, are bringing NFTs, painting digital dreams. Sammy Chica, Hexakid, Aussie pride on the scene. Tam repping Richard Hart every day. Evangelist for freedom, changing the game away. Jackie Mean Queen got the world laughing loud. Harmonic Hexakid singing to crypto crowd.
Queens of the kingdom, crypto in our veins. We own the future, breaking every chain.
Hex and Pulsechain, building our wealth.
King Pooie, Queen Pooie, reigning in stealth.
From the shining city high on the hill.
Freedom through the fire, we flexing that skill.
Crypto's our path to self-improvement and gain.
Queens of the blockchain, we're changing the game.
SMO spider weaving webs across the net. Viber Lindsay teaching how to grow and reset. CC Blonde Texan, crypto crown untied. While SJ traveling, taking crypto to new heights. KTP OG from the land down under. Samantha Yoga Queen send moves like thunder. Ashley Ash, Cosmic Cheek on another plane. Sandy Beach spreading love, changing up the game. Jory the network diva, connecting the dots. Rachel the education star, always on top. Crypto culture, a badass, bossing up with pride. Crypto stylist, always fashion by her side. Hot growth of my queen, stacking up her bags. Suzanne the diamond queen, dripping riches like swag. Queen the beauty beast, moving fierce, no delay. Expensive football queen, running plays all day.
Queens of the kingdom, crypto in our veins. We own the future, breaking every chain.
Hex and Pulsechain, building our wealth.
King Pooie, Queen Pooie, reigning in stealth.
From the shining city high on the hill.
Freedom through the fire, we flexing that skill.
Crypto's our path to self-improvement and gain.
Queens of the blockchain, we're changing the game.
From Richard Hart's vision to our own crown, crypto queens are rising. We'll never back down. Pulsechain, Hex, DeFi, it's all in our hands. We're breaking the limits, taking over the lands. With King Pooie, Queen Pooie, we light up the scene. In the shining city, crypto reigns supreme. Queens of the kingdom, forever we strive. Free
freedom, wealth, and power. We keeping it live. We are the crypto queens forever, standing tall in the kingdom of blockchain. We answer the call. Wealth, freedom, self-love. We found our way. The queens of crypto are here to stay.